Good morning, gang. It is brutally early here, but I have got to get to work today. It's a big day at the old hardware hell. But we're having coffee together, and it's going to be a shorty. But I will be back this evening with some highlight reels. So, first of all, just a couple little things, okay? Uh, Yesterday was Caitlin Clark's birthday, and it was all over the place. It was all over Twitter. It was all over the rest of social media. And there was a video out there the other night uh, with Aaliyah Boston and Candace Parker on their podcast talking about who Aaliyah Boston's favorite teammates are. And she uh, said flat out Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. And we need that God tandem back in 2026 without any doubt. Okay. But yesterday, uh, just proving the chemistry between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark and how important that is to the Fever going into the 2026 season. This was the post that we had from Aaliyah Boston celebrating Caitlin Clark's birthday. We're going to take a look at that real quick. This is a quick video, I promise. It's not going to take long. This right here. My sister, happy birthday, Queen. I love you so much. Have the best day ever. And then, a bunch of pictures of CC with Aaliyah hanging out together on the bench, on the court, and cheering on their team during last year's playoffs. So that's one thing. The second thing is, make no mistake about it, the anticipation for the basketball season coming up, and in particular with the excitement behind the Indiana Fever, is all about Caitlin Clark's return. Okay. Everybody was kind of robbed last year because she only got to play 13 games. We were all anticipating uh, her taking her game to the next level, if that's possible after her rookie season. And it certainly is possible. I have continued to say this, that Caitlin Clark is just starting out here. Okay. She's got a long career ahead of her. She will be injured again because that's the nature of the beast. But you know what? Uh, Caitlin Clark is not standing pat at her current playing level. That has never been Caitlin Clark's attitude. So, you know, Caitlin Clark can get better, and she will get better because she's that kind of player. But the anticipation surrounding the Fever, and again, I'm going to share this for you. Both of these, by the way, will be in the description of this video so you can actually read them. This article here from Sports Illustrated, written by Robin Lundgren, who's a guy I follow. Caitlin Clark's return matters more than any matchup for Fever anticipation. And then the subhead is Caitlin Clark's return to the floor is what's truly driving the anticipation for the Indiana Fever's 2026 WNBA season. Make no bones about it, folks. Okay? Caitlin Clark is the floor leader. Her coach knows she's the floor leader. Her ownership knows she's the floor leader. Her GM knows she's the floor leader. And they are building a core out of Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark. They're the big three, and they will remain the big three if there's any amount of luck in their effort to bring Kelsey Mitchell back. And I've said this before. In this world, in the basketball world, there is a desire for a lot of young teams to want an experienced veteran, and that's what Kelsey Mitchell brings to everybody's plate. Okay, we already have expansion teams from last year. We have two more coming in this year. No one should take for granted that the Indiana Fever aren't going to have to work at getting Kelsey Mitchell back. Okay, and that's a very important piece. That would be a devastating loss for the Fever. Not that they couldn't transcend it, they could. But why bother to have to do that? Get her back and let's get her in the fold and let's get on with this. Now, thirdly, I'm really excited this morning because I got a birthday gift for Caitlin Clark's birthday, even though it's not my birthday. But yesterday, uh, kind of out of nowhere, my friend and I, who's also as nutty as I am for Caitlin Clark, were talking back and forth about, when we could get to Connecticut to see her first game. And I've talked about that. I'm going to get in my car and drive to Connecticut, even if I have to go by myself. You know, I'm the person who flew out to LA on Christmas Eve to see Linda Ronstadt when I was, I don't know, 20, 22 years old. And I came back the next day for Christmas dinner with my family. So I said, I remember saying this in the video. I'm not adverse to doing this stuff by myself. I'm good. Okay, I'm adult. But yesterday, my friend and I, and thanks to her very much, always, secured two tickets to see Indiana and Caitlin Clark play at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. We are flying to Indiana to see Caitlin Clark play on her home turf on August 28th, and that is on my bucket list, and it has been on my bucket list, and it is happening. And I am very excited. They are playing, of course, the Connecticut Sun. I don't really care who they were playing. It did not matter to me. We just needed to secure tickets, and we got them yesterday. August 28th is the date, and you can bet there'll be a lot of posts on that day. That's a very exciting event coming up in my life. And I've got 7 months to chomp at the bit for that. But in the meantime, the season starts in May and we'll be ready. So, in closing, let me say this. There have been several people who say they don't have Facebook and they can't follow what I'm posting there. So, I'm going to be more active in also posting on the video channel. So, here's the way this works. At the top of each video, there's a little introduction, okay? And then you'll see the word more. You click on that, okay? And there are links in there for what I'm presenting in the video. But if you go to the channel itself, if you go to visit channel, you will see at the top of that, there are categories, and there is one that says posts. I will do my best to be active in posting what I am posting on Facebook in there under post, but you have to go look for it because it's a video channel. And I don't want to muck up the video portion of this by putting actual posts on the page. So you've got to go to the channel itself where all the videos are lined up. At the top, there will be a word that says posts. And that's generally where I post things that I don't put in the video. That's what you got to be looking for. I will start that later on today. And I will talk to you guys hopefully later tonight. And we do have video highlights coming up. And I think they're ones I may not have ever posted before. So you guys have a great day. And I will talk to you soon.